So in this video, we'll learn a bit more about 221 Mount Auburn Street in Cambridge, the building known as Riverview. Stay tuned. Just outside of Harvard Square is a famous concierge elevator building at 221 Mount Auburn Street, known as Riverview. And this building is part and parcel of an association that also includes a second smaller building behind it, known by its street address on Bradbury, built on slab. There's a handful of units in the second smaller building overlooking a private garden. But when people drive by 221 Mount Auburn Street and look up at the big primary building with two elevators and balconies overlooking the river, it's this primary building from 1960 that most people think of when they think of the association known as Riverview. And it really is appropriately named, as the units have just extraordinary views of the Charles River. They're looking out not just over Mount Auburn Street, but beyond it, over Memorial Drive to the Charles River itself. And as you stand on any balcony at 221 Mount Auburn and look out to your right, you see the bend in the river and the boat club in the direction of BB&N. And as you look out towards the left, you're looking towards Boston. And if you're on the top floor or a higher floor, you enjoy a view towards the city skyline. So it's just such a super building for its view. It's what makes the building the magnet, if you will, for people who are drawn to live there. There's just a dozen concierge buildings in all of Cambridge. And so, of course, it's a nice feature here as well that there's a front desk manned 24/7. And it's actually a very friendly front desk, and there's a nice vibe here. When you come into the building, you're greeted. It's wonderful. It's also a pet-friendly building, so on occasion when you come and go, you'll see a dog or two. And it's just such a nice feeling that this association has. As a residential real estate agent, I've been a part of 7 sales here dating back to 2002. And most recently, I had a buyer close yesterday in the building. And so it's been a pleasure and a privilege to be a part of these sales over the last 20 plus years. It's interesting. I've only had one client buy and then sell. Everyone else who's purchased has kept their residence. These are treasured residences, and they don't turn over that often. If we go back to 2018, there was just one sale. It was a 3-bed in the building, and actually it sold for nearly $500,000 over asking. There's not that many 3-bed offerings in the building. Predominantly, there are 1- and 2-bed offerings. In 2019, MLS reported no sales in the building. Then in 2020, there were 2. There was a 2-bed sale that sold for nearly $100,000 over asking, and a 1-bed sale just under $900,000. And then in 2021, the current calendar year, as I make this video, there are 2 sales that have happened and one that's pending. And, these sales sort of in 2021 help you understand where value falls in the building at this time. So there's a 1-bed that closed for $1,075,000, the 2-bed sale event at $1,655,000, and then there's a 3-bed pending at a list price of just under $2 million. So, at this point, at this address, to get in the door, it's $1 million plus. And it's no surprise because of the view and the location. You have this wonderful proximity to Harvard University, to Harvard Square, of course, to the Charles River itself. So you're well positioned. In the world we live in today, many people are looking for an elevator, and this building offers that. There's 2. There's off-street parking. There's the concierge desk. So it's a nice package. There is a private garden also located behind the building, which residents can enjoy. And that's a nice feature. People have off-street parking. So it's really just such a great address. And again, I was just there yesterday for a final walkthrough for a closing, and you just can't help but find your way to the balcony and to step out, and that view never gets old. It's just so special. As we were standing there on this sunny day in May, we watched several crew teams go by. We watched a couple of college cross-country teams go by in a group running along the river's edge, and watched a few people with a stroller and a bicycle, and pedestrians just finding their way along the river's edge on the path that runs along the Charles. So, wow, it's just, you could sit there all day and enjoy the passing parade of life on the river and watch the sun sparkle on the water. It's just so special. And, have a home there, and to have that view from your dining room table is wonderful. So 221 Mount Auburn Street, known as Riverview. I have a link below with more information on the building, as well as links to recent sales. And if anything is presently for sale in the building, it'll be made available to you by a link there for active listings as well. My name is Charles Cherney, and with over 20 years of exposure to this address, I welcome the opportunity to be of service. If you're looking to sell or buy at 221 Mount Auburn, reach out at any time by text, telephone, or email. My contact information is noted below. And I'd be happy to share with you more information about the building or other concierge buildings in Cambridge. Take care.